Net worth. Today, our focus will be on net worth. The Ghana Revenue Authority rely upon the use of net worth approach in determining the profits or losses made on such businesses during the period. This is a method applied to ascertain the income of individuals who do not keep proper or complete books of accounts. The principle is that whatever a person saves plus whatever he consumes less any windfall gains should be equal to his income. Herein, profit then is equal to savings plus drawings, taking away non-business income, where savings means increase in capital, that is closing capital less opening capital, and drawings indicates private expenditure. Non-business income relates to the adding up of non-taxable income, that is income other than business income, as well as exempt income. But capital, therefore, is equal to total assets minus total liabilities. Net worth is the amount by which assets exceed liabilities. Another way to say this is it is the value of everything you own and minus all your debts. Net worth is the concept that can be applied to both individuals and business, a measure of how much they are really worth. For a company, total assets minus total liabilities. Net worth is an important determinant of value of a company, considering it is composed primarily of all monies that has been invested since its inception, as well as the retained earnings for the duration of its operation. Net worth can be used to determine creditworthiness because it gives a snapshot of the company's investment history. Another name given to net worth may be called the owner's equity, net assets, shareholders' equity. Now, how do we measure net worth? Measurement of net worth. To arrive at a company's net worth, one must first calculate the current value of the company's assets. Assets typically include cash, cash equivalents, property, inventories, machinery, and building. For a bank, assets are loans it has made to other people. For manufacturing companies, the bulk of its assets might lie in property, materials, plants, and equipment. For individuals, assets include cash, savings accounts, property like homes and cars, investment accounts, and other valuable properties such as jewelry and antiques. Liabilities then refers to debt as outstanding. It is basically money owed to someone else. So that money is not for you. It can be a debt, bonds, or promissory notes. It can also be more immediate debts. So debts can be promissory notes, debts, or bonds. It can also be more immediate debts, such as outstanding payments that the companies or companies owe to vendors, or a line of credit at the bank. For a bank, the liabilities are the amounts the bank owes its depositors, meaning people who have money in accounts at the bank. For individuals, debt may include credit card debts, mortgages, car loans, other stuffs. Assessment of net worth. Net worth tax audit is used as a tool for the Ghana Revenue Authority to identify an increase in taxpayers' wealth over an audit period, often 3 taxation years or reporting periods. The Ghana Revenue Authority, that is the GRA audit, starts by examining the taxpayers' assets and liabilities at the beginning of the chosen audit period and compares them to assets and liabilities at the end of the period. In addition, the auditor will take into account expenditure during the audit period. Doing so allows the auditor to arrive at the tax paid. Doing so allows the auditor to arrive at the tax to be paid, any increase over the taxpayer, and to the extent that the assumption reported income in the difference is unreported income. The formula can therefore be expressed as opening net worth plus reported income expenditure is equal to closing net worth. Any amount in excess will be treated as income by GRA. The net worth method relies upon the simple assumption that when a taxpayer accumulates wealth in a taxation year, there are 2 options: to spend or to invest the income. Conditions for using these: firstly, the taxpayer has inadequate books and records to support their filed returns, where there are incomplete books of accounts. And 2, the initial stage of the tax audit reveals serious discrepancies with the spending habits of the taxpayer and the reported income. There may be other methods of assessment under the circumstance. For instance, the bank deposit analysis method, then also the application of funds method. This method examines any expenditure. You can also examine deposits into taxpayers' accounts, and to the extent that the amounts are not sufficiently explained, the auditor would consider them as unreported income. Why is there a need to keep records? Keeping records is very paramount. Well, the Ghana Revenue Authority, the GRA, requires businesses to keep sufficient records to enable years of accessible profits to be readily ascertained. There are many sound reasons why businesses should keep accurate business records. These include: accurate records allow you to be in a better position of your business by helping with financial planning and decision making. Secondly, it helps you to portray a more professional image that makes it easier to deal with the bank. Thirdly, appropriate records enables you to file accurate tax returns. Fourthly, the cost of the company's external audits would reduce if all the necessary records are readily available. Then compliance costs is entirely reduced. Also, losses and thefts in the business would be detected. Sure, that's paramount. That's why it's good to keep records. Then we also have the company can control the overall business. Now let's see this illustration. Esther Dede Kabu stayed in the UK for over 25 years, where she was a professional boxer. She decided to settle back in Ghana when she turned 50. She returned to Ghana in November 2018 with her total savings of 5,000. She also bought a slightly used BMW saloon car valued at 25,000 and decided to set up her own business, which she began on 1st January 2019. She changed her $5,000 at the rate of 5 Ghana cedis for $1, raising 25,000 Ghana cedis, which she used as her working capital. She has an estate house at Abekalapaz, which she purchased in 2007 before leaving for the UK. She used the garage as a factory where she installed machines for purifying water. The machine cost her 2,500 Ghana cedis, which she paid from her money from abroad and deposited the remaining 22,500 in her Amal bank account. Many pure water retailers registered with her, hence the business was very successful. Very successful. In January 2019, the Domestic Tax Revenue Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority office at Abekalapaz invited her for discussion on her tax affairs, since she had so far not paid tax on her income. The following facts emerged during the discussion. 1. She purchased a delivery van costing 3,000 Ghana cedis during the 2019 year of assessment. 2. She had also acquired 2 new machines costing 5,000 Ghana cedis during the year under review. 3. She had extended her garage or factory at a cost of 2,000 Ghana cedis. By the end of 2019 year of assessment, some customers owed her 7,500 Ghana cedis, whereas she owed an amount of 1,500 Ghana cedis in respect of water and electricity. She caused to be transferred from UK an amount equivalent to 5,000 Ghana cedis, being winnings on football pools staked before leaving the UK. Each amount was transferred into a bank account with Amal Bank. Her husband and 4 children are still in UK, whilst one of her sons is schooling at Prempeh College. Her private living expenses for 2019 were as follows: rent and rates 400 Ghana cedis full, 2,400 Ghana cedis medical bills nil, social activities 250 Ghana cedis, clothing nil, all summing up to 3,050. Required using the net worth approach. You are to determine Esther Dede Kabu's chargeable income for the year 2019. Explain your computations where necessary. I determine her tax liability for 2019 year of assessment. So this is a suggested solution. In determining the chargeable income for the 2019 year of assessment, we add up all the assets from the beginning and all the assets at the end. So, you need the formula that was given. You need to determine her savings, then her drawings, then the non-business income. After doing all, then you arrive at what you are supposed to generate. So we have the respective assets: bank, the water purifying machine, the BMW car, the 2 new machines, delivery van, extension of factory garage, debtors receivable. Yes, having done all this to give you the opening, the closing income, and you take your drawings into consideration. After everything, so that's closing capital minus the opening capital, then you add your drawings, you less your non-business income, you get your net business income, you less your capital allowance. Maybe you, for now, since there is no link to it, you may have to learn it. You less your capital allowance, then if any reliefs, there you go, then you get your chargeable income. Now know how the taxes, the rates depending on the year of assessment, how to compute it. I leave you with that. Don't forget to subscribe if you have gained here. Now, her tax liability for 2019 year of assessment will be 569 Ghana cedi 60 pesos. Explanations. The private building is not to be taken into account, but only the extension to the garage, which is relevant. Also, his private living expenses are considered drawings from his business income. Thirdly, the lottery winnings are now considered investment income, which is taxed at 5% final tax if it is to exceed 2,592 per Act 896. And also, capital allowance is to be calculated on the business assets. Finally, he enjoys an educational relief for his son at Prempeh College. I hope you have really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment.